Jabeur's Australian Open disappointment, an unexpected turn of events. In the ever-dynamic realm of professional tennis, where the line between triumph and defeat is often razor-thin, the Australian Open stands both as a crucible of dreams fulfilled and of aspirations shattered. Beneath the echoing cheers reverberating around the hallowed grounds of Rod Laver Arena, the 2024 edition of the tournament witnessed a silent exit in the form of an unforeseen plot twist as Tunisia's Jabeur, the sixth seed, faced a resounding 6-0-6-2 loss at the hands of the relatively unknown Russian teen sensation, Mirra Andreeva. This unexpected outcome not only reverberated across the tennis community, but also cast fresh doubts over Jabeur's ongoing ambitious quest to etch her name eternally into history by becoming the first Arab and African woman to clinch a Grand Slam title. Andreeva, a name previously unfamiliar to many, transitioned from tears in the girls' final just a year ago to triumph on the prestigious Rod Laver Arena. The magnitude of this victory was not lost on the 16-year-old Russian, who, in the post-match spotlight, expressed the significance of seizing her chance on the grand stage. While the seasoned Jabeur searched in vain for answers in the wake of her own loss, Andreeva's meteoric rise showcased a maturity beyond her years, leaving both fans and tennis pundits in awe of the finesse she showcased, as well as the unpredictability that makes this sport so compelling. As we delve into the unraveling events of this Australian Open, it becomes evident that the tales of triumph and tribulation extend far beyond the mere exchange of serves and volleys. Mirra Andreeva, a name confined previously to the besmirched periphery of tennis consciousness, ascended to the white-hot epicenter of the sport with a performance that defied all rational expectations. Just a year ago, she experienced the poignant sting of defeat, shedding tears after falling short of victory in the girls' final. Fast forward to the present, and Andreeva not only wiped away those tears, but replaced them with the exuberance of victory in Rod Laver Arena. The 16-year-old Russian's journey from the shadows to the spotlight unfolded as part of a narrative that seemed destined for the grand stage. During her post-match reflections, Andreeva articulated her realization that playing on Rod Laver Arena was an opportunity to be seized, a chance to etch her name in the annals of tennis history. The significance of securing her first top 10 win against the seasoned Jabeur was not lost on her, and she acknowledged the magnitude of the occasion with a sense of poise that belied her age. Andreeva's 54-minute victory over Jabeur wasn't just a triumph. It was an emphatic display of precocious talent from a teenager who, despite grappling with nerves at times, exhibited a level of maturity in her game that left spectators in awe. She acknowledged the shared nervousness on both sides of the net, capitalizing on Jabeur's unease to her advantage. It was this ability to navigate the mental aspect of the game that set her apart during this encounter and propelled her to secure the win, with the Russian conceding only 8 points in a swift and decisive first set. Her approach to the match was not just strategic, it was a masterclass in mental fortitude. Embracing the enormity of the occasion on Rod Laver Arena, Andreeva chose to savor the moment rather than succumb to pressure. She would lose in the fourth round to Krejcikova, but not before taking the match to a decisive third set. Darren Cahill proclaimed Andreeva would be deeply entrenched in the top 10 inches within the next year on the ESPN broadcast moments after the match. "Everything she needs to be a superstar in this game, she's got it," Cahill said. Meanwhile, in the crucible of competition, Jabeur's journey at the Australian Open unfolded as a tale of unforeseen challenges. The initial promise swiftly transformed into a disconcerting struggle as Mirra Andreeva, the relatively unknown 16-year-old Russian, capitalized on Jabeur's unforced errors, orchestrating a flawless first set that lasted a mere 20 minutes. For Jabeur, often dubbed Tunisia's Minister of Happiness for her trademark smile, the court that had witnessed her moments of triumph became a battleground on which she found herself wounded by an onslaught of unyielding skill, desperately seeking answers from her coaching team. It was a moment of reckoning for the 29-year-old, a juncture during which her resilience and determination would be put to the test. Jabeur's trademark smile, synonymous with her on-court persona, or on-court persona that should be, gave way to a more focused expression. The shift was symbolic of an athlete recalibrating, summoning her inner strength to navigate the storm that had unexpectedly descended upon Rod Laver Arena. In her fourth Grand Slam main draw appearance since debuting at the French Open a year earlier, Jabeur showcased a determination that transcended the scoreline. As the match progressed into the second set, Jabeur, undeterred by the stark scoreboard, held serve early, a testament to her unwavering resolve. The change in demeanor was palpable. The Minister of Happiness traded her characteristic cheer for a steely gaze, signaling to her opponent and the watching world that the battle was far from over. Yet despite her efforts to mount a comeback, there was no stopping Andreeva. The Russian phenom elevated her game, pulling away and leaving Jabeur grappling with the reality of an unfulfilled bid for Grand Slam glory. Jabeur's struggles, while disheartening for her fans, underscored the unpredictable nature of tennis. In the face of adversity, she displayed a tenacity that resonates with athletes and spectators alike, an acknowledgement that defeat is often part of the journey. As Jabeur left the court with her head held high, the disappointment etched on her face was overshadowed by the indomitable spirit that defines a true competitor. The echoes of her determination, even in defeat, lingered on, leaving an imprint on the collective memory of the Australian Open and affirming that, in the unpredictable world of tennis, the journey is as significant as the destination. Mirra Andreeva's remarkable triumph at the Australian Open not only showcased her prowess on the tennis court, but also offered a glimpse into her refreshing perspective on success. At the tender age of 16, with the tennis world buzzing about her meteoric rise, Andreeva displayed a maturity beyond her years in her post-match reflections, providing insights into her mindset and approach to the sport. Despite securing a top 10 win and making significant strides in her career, Andreeva remained remarkably grounded. In a sports culture often dominated by rankings and accolades, the Russian prodigy asserted that she did not perceive her achievements as incredible. This humility and a level-headed approach are rare gems in a world where young athletes can be swept away by the overwhelming expectations that accompany success. Andreeva, reflecting on her victory against Jabeur, acknowledged moments of nervousness during the match. However, what set her apart was her keen awareness that her esteemed opponent, the sixth seed, was grappling with similar emotions. This acute understanding of the psychological aspects of the game demonstrated a maturity that belied her age. It was this self-awareness that, perhaps, served as a catalyst for her stellar performance on Rod Laver Arena. The teenager's declaration that she does not dwell on rankings when lying in bed at night offers a refreshing departure from the conventional narratives of achievement in professional sports. In a world where athletes often find themselves consumed by the pursuit of higher rankings and greater glory, Andreeva's nonchalant attitude towards such considerations is a testament to her genuine love for the game. "I'm 16. Why do I have to think about the rankings?" she quipped, encapsulating a sentiment that resonates with the purity of sport, untainted by the pressures of external expectations. Andreeva's perspective on success extends beyond the confines of the tennis court. She revealed moments of introspection, admitting that occasionally she might overthink things when lying in bed. However, this self-awareness is quickly tempered by a pragmatic outlook, as she affirmed that the next morning she wakes up totally fine. It's a glimpse into the psyche of a young athlete who recognizes the fleeting nature of setbacks and the transient nature of the emotions that accompany them. As Andreeva progresses further in the tournament, her measured approach to success provides a captivating narrative that transcends the boundaries of tennis. It serves as a reminder that, amidst the fierce competition and high stakes, there exist athletes who prioritize the joy of the game over the pursuit of laurels. Mirra Andreeva, with her poised and balanced perspective on success, emerges not just as a rising star on the tennis horizon, but as a beacon of inspiration for those who appreciate the essence of sport beyond the realms of victories and rankings. Wozniacki's disappointing exit. The twists and turns of the Australian Open continued beyond the headline-grabbing match between Jabeur and Mirra Andreeva. Former Australian Open champion Caroline Wozniacki, who had returned to the WTA Tour last year after a 3.5-year hiatus following the birth of her 2 children, found herself entangled in a gripping drama that culminated in a 1-6-6-4-6-1 defeat against the relatively unheralded 20-year-old Russian player Maria Tomofeva. Wozniacki's journey on the court seemed to follow a script of its own. Leading by a set and 2 games, the seasoned champion appeared poised to navigate her way through the early rounds with consummate ease. However, tennis, capricious as it is, had other plans. Tomofeva, making her main draw Grand Slam singles debut, unleashed a torrent of devastating hitting, recording an impressive 40 winners that turned the tide of the match in her favor. In the post-match analysis, Maria Tomofeva expressed her disbelief at the outcome, describing the experience as an honor to play against a former champion like Caroline Wozniacki. Tomofeva's lack of expectation heading into the match only intensified the joy she derived from every second spent on the court, an attitude that undoubtedly contributed to her stellar performance. Caroline Wozniacki, on the other hand, faced the harsh reality of a match that slid out of my hands. The disappointment in her voice echoed the sentiments of athletes who grapple with the unpredictability of sports, where momentum can swiftly shift, leaving even the most experienced players on the losing side. For Wozniacki, who had returned to professional tennis post-motherhood, the journey has been one marked by resilience and a desire to add more chapters to her storied career. As the match unfolded under the roof of John Cain Arena, a venue that had sheltered players from rain delays on the outside courts for 3 hours, Wozniacki's bid for a triumphant return encountered an unexpected hurdle. The defeat, while disappointing, serves as a poignant reminder that the narrative of a comeback is fraught with both victories and setbacks, and for Wozniacki, this particular chapter ended on a note of disappointment. Yet, in defeat, Wozniacki exhibited the grace and sportsmanship that have defined her career. Acknowledging the honor of sharing the court with her opponent, she recognized that the match didn't unfold as she had hoped. The disappointment, however, does little to diminish the resilience of a player who, after embracing the joys of motherhood, returned to the elite echelons of tennis with an unwavering commitment to her craft. But it certainly gets harder as you get older. Top champions being unseated from their perches by up-and-coming talents such as Andreeva and others is fast becoming a mainstay of women's tennis tournaments. As the Australian Open progressed, Wozniacki's unexpected exit became a subplot in the larger narrative of the tournament, emphasizing the rapidly changing and unforgiving nature of the sport and the unpredictable paths that players, both seasoned champions and emerging talents alike, must navigate on their quest for glory. The Australian Open has once again proven that tennis is an unpredictable sport where the underdogs can rise and established names can face unexpected challenges. Jabeur's disappointing loss to Mirra Andreeva, coupled with Caroline Wozniacki's unexpected exit, went on to add an element of intrigue to this year's tournament. As the tennis world processes these surprising outcomes, one can't help but appreciate the resilience and determination displayed by both the victors and the defeated alike. Mirra Andreeva's rise from tears in the girls' final to triumph on Rod Laver Arena serves as a testament to the unpredictable nature of the sport, reminding us all that in tennis, anything can happen on any given day. Thank you for joining today's episode as we have unraveled the chapters of Jabeur's tennis journey, one for the greatest Tunisian players of recent years, revealing a saga marked by striving, setbacks, accomplishments, and the indomitable spirit that defines her tennis legacy. Jabeur plans to contend for glory at the BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells, a hard-court venue at which Elena Rybakina will be hoping to defend her 2023 title. Until next time, please like and share this video, subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and keep swinging those forehands. We will see you on the court.